of Master Investor. My name is Jose. I'm the founder of the company. Welcome to our community. Make sure you check out the link in the description to download our cash flow ebook, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, Turn Passive Income On. You're going to literally learn steps that you can take today in order to build true wealth. Remember, it's all about understanding the new rules of money, understanding how to make money work hard because we have financial education, and not only that, but we have the ability to ongoingly rate what is a personal financial statement. We're going to learn the 6 different words that are found in the financial statement so that we understand how to read them, what each word means, and why it's important to read financial statements. And the short answer is that the only way that we can raise capital through the banks and private lenders is that if we can read financial statements so that we understand how to put a deal together, whether a deal is a good deal, to even be presenting that opportunity to those potential investors, right? And the banks will always lend money to people that understands financial education, that knows how to read financial statements, and understands how to manage debt. That's why we always want to be in good debt, meaning that we're using debt to invest for passive income. And that debt is being paid with the cash flow that is being generated by that asset or business. Every business or investment has a financial statement, including ourselves. So when you get our digital course, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet, you will have access to other assets for the same price that you're going to get it. So you're going to get the ebook and you're going to have additional assets in there. And the more assets we add into that digital course, you will always have a lifetime access to all of the assets that we're going to be adding, even if the price is going to change in the future of whichever digital course that we have, which those are assets. Okay, we need to invest in our mindset. The two most important assets we have is our mind and our time. Those 2 things we can't get back. So invest your time wisely. Make sure that you're putting in the focus on the right things so that we don't waste any of our days. We can't get today back. Once today is gone, then we need to, make sure that we're aligned to our goals, because if we're not, we're wasting today the opportunity to actually create something great for the future. So the only way we can attract what we have on our minds is by actually understanding who we are as a person, what we want to do regarding money. And if you ask anybody, do you want to be rich? They're going to tell you, of course. They actually work to become more wealthy, but the reality is that it's impossible to become wealthy by working hard unless you are the 10% of employees around the world. For example, like Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, basketball players, like they are the 10% only make millions of dollars playing and working professionally, because they have to show up just like a regular job. They have to show up every day to train. They have to follow a certain rigid schedule throughout the entire season and even off season. So it's a full-time job. If you love to do a certain passion, but it's to only serve you, then do it for somebody else. Do it, go work at a job doing your passion if that's what you want. But we encourage you to focus on figuring out your passions that you can use to serve the world, serve a problem that is being spot in the community, right? What type of problem do you want to solve with one of your passions? Take a look at your life and say, okay, what do I like to do? What are the things that makes me like have fun, and can I serve a need in the marketplace with that? Can I create a product? Can maybe I find a product that I can serve? Can I do something about this passion that I have to solve a problem in the marketplace? So figure out your passions and understand if you can actually either create a product or find a product that can be put into the market by monetizing it through systems. Okay, if it's for you, then you can't really make money by serving other people something that is just for you. That's why there are jobs that will offer that position, and all you do is work at that job because that's your passion. And if it's your passion, then it's okay. There's nothing wrong with you being an employee, but there is something wrong if you want to build wealth. You don't have time to be an employee today. You have to really focus on being a wealthy entrepreneur with a wealthy mindset, with a wealthy spirit, taking action every day. This is not a part-time building wealth type thing. This is a full-time building wealth. We have to be on this game. And I never understood, if money is so important to everyone, why are they not playing the game of money correctly? Why are they not mastering the game of money, how to make money work hard? They're actually working hard for money. So don't put yourself in that corner where you never figure out how to win the game of money. And the first thing we need to do is invest in our financial education. Go get our 2 ebooks, the 10-year rules of money and how to build cash flow with the internet. It will come with additional assets. And if when you get them today, you will also have always access to any other asset that we add into that specific digital course. Regardless, when the price goes up, you still have access to any of them. Okay, so be a pioneer now and get in while we are launching everything, and we're changing already hundreds of thousands of people's lives around the globe. So be one of the pioneers before we start touching billions of people around the world with our ebooks and our financial education, because our mission here at Master Investor is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple. We look at opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. So the first thing I want to say about the financial statements is, number one, we have the income column. Okay. Number two, we have the expense column, and those two are found in the income balance sheet. So on the top of the financial statement, you'll find those two spots. And then on the bottom, you'll have the balance sheet, and you'll have the liabilities, which is number 3. Number 4 will be, number 3 will be assets, number 4 will be liabilities, and then we have number 5, cash, and number 6, flow. Those are the 6 words. So we need to understand how our cash flow flows through that financial statement. How do you make your money? Where does your income come from? Okay, what type of expenses do you have? Do you have any assets? Do you have any liabilities? How does it flow? Okay, you get this paycheck. Okay, it goes into your income column. Now it goes into your liability column because it has to go through that Mercedes that you have, and it goes up now into your income column to pay for the payment of the Mercedes. And then now it goes out to somebody else's asset column, the Mercedes company column, asset column, to pay for that payment. So that's how our money is flowing. If that was you saying, okay, you work at a job and you making this much money and these are your expenses, you have no assets, so everything is flowing out. You're just on the rat race, working hard for money, trying to keep up with the liabilities. There's nothing wrong with having nice things. In fact, we encourage everyone to always live above their means, always push yourself to live above the means. But first, understand that it takes assets to be able to live like the wealthy man. When we want to have a luxury, we first take a look at our financial statement and we say, okay, what type of asset am I going to acquire or invest on to pay for that liability, to be able to generate positive cash flow so that I can pay for that liability. And then from there, we start building our asset column more and more. And every time we want something as a luxury, we have an asset, we build a new asset that will produce a passive income so that everything is free at the end. And hopefully we're raising capital, right? And we're using other people's money, the bank's money, our personal credit. We talked about it. We have an ebook on that, because if you have personal credit and you have credit cards that you're not using, you need to get into your financial education so that you figure out which investment are you going to invest, and use your credit cards to invest into those investments that will produce passive income or capital gains income. And that return on investment is measured with passive income based on facts, not on opinions, which is based on capital gains income and future events that something might happen. We don't want to go down that route of measuring a return on investment based on opinions of other people's or future events that they are not guaranteed to happen. We want to understand how to read a financial statement of a business or an investment and say, okay, this is how fast I'm going to get my money back that I'm investing right now. This is how much it's going to create every single month. I'm going to have this left as a positive cash flow after I pay the credit card with the interest rate. There's nothing wrong with the interest rate as long as we're not paying for it. The business and the investment has to pay for that, for everything. So all we're doing is controlling the debt and we're putting it to work. The bank doesn't care as long as we're making that payment. So as long as that business makes a payment every single month to ourselves to create the positive cash flow after we make the payment to the bank, then we're creating good debt. So use your personal credit, use as many loans as you can to invest in your asset column. Make sure that the return on investment is measured correctly by crunching in the numbers and figuring out that, okay, it's going to pay this much every single month. It's going to be able to afford the payment plus the interest, and it's also going to put this much into my pocket. So if you use 100% personal credit or debt, then you are tapping into infinite return on investment right from the beginning, because you're not using any of your capital. Once you start receiving capital and passive income, you need to put that capital to work, move it into a new asset, and to invest it into a new asset. And you can only do that when you have financial education, because there are a lot of people with money right now, but they don't know how to make their money work hard. So it does not take money to make passive income. First, it takes financial education, and then we can put money to make passive income, okay, by making it work hard for us and for other people. That's why rule number one of our community here at Master Investor is that we work to build passive income and make money work hard, because that's what the wealthy entrepreneur and inside investor or master investor does. Exactly that. And so we're going to keep it simple, right to the point. We're going to give you the tools. We're giving it to you right now. So take massive action. What does your financial statement look like today? That's the homework. So if you're watching this video for the first time, go get our ebook right now. Start doing the homework about wealth. If you're not talking about money, and that's why we're doing this 30-day challenge, because I see a lot of videos out there that are entertaining, but none of them are talking about money. So Master Investor has to deliver on that. And then the people that are talking about money, they're giving the wrong advice to the people, because they talking based on capital gains, future events that might never happen. So they're taking away the power of understanding how to invest for passive income and create true wealth. We want to have a group of people that understand how to invest for passive income. And that's what we're doing here at Master Investor, is that each and every of our partners are investing into their asset column to build passive income by understanding and having financial education in them, and then creating an asset which will turn into a brand, because we don't want to create a commodity, we want to create a brand, because it is how we can raise capital. When we actually have a business that raises capital, because it's a brand, it's not a commodity. If we're not building a brand, then it's a commodity. And how do we build a brand? We need to have intrinsic value. We talked about that this past week, how important it is to have intrinsic value. And the only way to have that is by protecting the niche. So when you're creating your business, you need to protect that niche. You need to trademark the brand. Okay, otherwise people are not going to be willing to invest in it if it's not protected. Investors and private lenders are not wanting to touch that because it's not a protected niche. There's no scalability into it. There's no leverage. It cannot be expendable. So protect your brand so it can create intrinsic value, turn it into a brand by protecting it, and then make sure that it has business integrity, financial integrity. That means that the business is whole. It creates a profit and is expendable. It can serve more people, and we can expand it. Like Master Investor, our market is 7 billion people, everybody in the world. Our mission is that simple: to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple. We're looking for opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. Who doesn't want to become rich? Who doesn't want to become wealthy? Who doesn't want to have freedom? And that's what we are. We're giving those answers and the tools to people and the insider information that is legal, because we're a private company and we can explain people how to invest. We can show people what are we doing and how they can take control over the finances by understanding what is money today. We also talked about that this past week. Money is a currency. Today, money is fiat money, is fake money, is paper money, is monopoly money. It's an idea backed up by confidence. Today, money is created with debt. That's why debt is tax-free, and that's why we encourage everyone to invest using debt, good debt, turn it into good debt. Good debt makes us wealthy because it pays for its own through the generated cash flow of the business, and it creates passive income because whatever is left over after we make the payment to the amortization payment schedule from the bank, then it becomes income to us in the form of passive income. So that debt is making us wealthy, and it's tax-free. And when we invest for passive income, then passive income is also tax-free. So when we do debt plus passive income equals tax-free entities. But we need to have the right CPA, we need to have the right business attorney that will follow the tax code, because the tax code is a package of incentives for the wealthy entrepreneur and a master investor. What I mean with wealthy entrepreneur, that has the mindset, that understands how to create a brand, understands how to solve problems, how to be a capitalist. 5 levels of investor. We gotta be level 5, which is the capitalist. We talked about the 5 levels of investor in the past live streams. Okay, and then we also talked about the different categories of investor. We want to be the inside investor, which is category number 4. There are 5 of them. The other one is the ultimate investor, but the ultimate investor is a master investor, and it is the inside investor. The only difference between the inside investor and the ultimate investor is that the inside investor grabbed one of the companies that he built as a brand and went public with it. So we should always, at some point in our lives, take a company public. So we learn throughout the process, which will teach us a lot. We'll learn a lot of wisdom, and our value will increase. But an inside investor is a master investor, because an inside investor knows how to put a deal together, knows fundamental investing, knows technical investing, okay, knows how to raise capital, understands the power of systems, right? And so we have all the tools available today that people wish they had back 50, 100 years ago. This is a dream come true right now, that we actually can tap into the world with a phone, and we can sell to billions of people around the world. Think about that. We can communicate. And communication is one of the most important elements of a successful business. There are 8 elements that makes a great business. Number 1, mission. Number 2, team. Number 3, leadership. Number 4, cash flow. Number 5, communications. Number 6, systems. Number 7, legal. Number 8, product. We have to have those established in a business. And if we're investing in a business, we have to ask ourselves, are those systems established? Are those 8 elements established in the business? And are they working simultaneously together to solve the mission of that business every single day? Is the business growing? How much leverage does it have? Can I raise capital with it? A business should always be built to raise capital, because it's solving a problem so successfully in the marketplace that not only the end user wants to give money to buy the product, but also the private lenders, the banks and the private investors want to invest into the business, because it's a great opportunity that makes a lot of money. All right, so the financial statement, very important to know. Go to our website, download the ebook, and download the financial statement that you'll find inside the ebook. Or inside the course, because you'll have different assets, different documents that you can download when you get the digital course. We also have them on Amazon, but you will not get the other assets on Amazon. You just get the ebook into your Kindle, and that's it. So it's better to go to our website and get it from there, because you have your own virtual office. You can access all the materials through there. You can read the entire ebook through the virtual office. You can also download it straight to your device and keep it for life. Okay? And any other document that is there, you will be able to download it and use it immediately. So take massive action. That's what it takes. And remember, the financial statement is the foundation of true wealth. That's what we want to do. We want to make sure that we are reading financial statements every day. We're learning from different businesses. When we talk to brokers or any business representative, we're asking them for the tax returns, for the performance from the financial statements. Give me the OPM. Give me the PPM, the private placement memorandum, which is basically a detailed information about the investment. It's like a business plan. It tells the liabilities and everything that the investment has. So ask for the financial statements of the business when you're looking at one. A great place to go into real estate assets that you can understand different financial statements is LoopNet. LoopNet has many investments. You can find just about anything there, and you can send a message to those brokers and salespeople that are representing those businesses and assets, and you can ask for the financial statements. And it can be any location in the United States. So for example, I'm in LoopNet right now, so I can do for lease, for sale, auctions, So it gives me an option right here. What am I looking for? Office buildings, industrial, retail, restaurant, shopping center. Okay, let's do shopping center and let's enter Miami. And then we're gonna get a list of all the businesses, all the shopping centers are for sale in Miami. Okay, and then from there we can click on it and we will ask the owner for the financial statements. So it gives me executive summary of the property. It gives me I can already download basically a proposal from the investment with pictures and everything. I can see the pictures here. It tells me everything about the business. This one is for sale at $29 million. It's investment or owner user. Okay, opportunity overview. The well and start is a rare core Wynwood adaptive reuse development opportunity in the heart of Wynwood's restaurant's nightlife corridor. This opportunity provides the investor with the ability to convert the property into a prime Wynwood retail and or develop a multi-family co-living hotel or mixed-use property description. The well and start site consists of approximately 27,000 square feet of combined building area on a 38,478 square foot lot. The property currently contains 3 buildings with a large 3.5 LED exterior courtyard in the center. The Weld and Star site has 365 feet of frontage on Northwest First Place, a proposed Warner pedestrian street. The buildings are currently being used as art gallery space. The interior has high ceilings and has been renovated to include Class A gallery, graffiti, or gray finishes. Yeah, that's what it has. Okay, and then you can see the entire property. So again, you can go to LoopNet and start learning about investments. And the banks love this type of investments because they're millions of dollars. And the bigger the investment is, the easier they can actually see whether it's going to be a successful investment or not, because the financial statements will be able to tell the real story behind it. So remember, think big. If you're going to be thinking anyway, think big, right? So get to the financial statement, and you understand now the 6 different words that are found in a financial statement. Number 1, and you're going to find this chapter inside of the ebook. This chapter of financial statements is found, I'll tell you right now what chapter that is. Let me give you the chapter. Okay. Yesterday we also talked about the 2 types of income that exists when it comes to investing. So 2 types of investment income: capital gains income and passive income. And capital gains income is taxed at a higher bracket than passive income. Passive income is taxed at the lowest bracket. And we can actually take advantage of the tax code to minimize taxes all the way to 0 legally. However, with capital gains income, during real estate transactions, we can roll over or defer the taxes following a certain specific laws. That gives us an advantage when we invest the gains of a property that we sold into a new and bigger property. So we can actually protect ourselves from paying taxes by rolling that over, which I hope that that's the plan, not to go and spend the money and not invest it into actually a bigger asset. So plan everything ahead when you are thinking about having an exit strategy and getting capital gains income, and how much or what are you going to do with that money. Have a plan to that even before you even have the money. So you have to have a plan on how you're going to put that money to work. And when you do that in a certain period of time, following the law, I think it's 72 days, somewhere around there, check with your attorney, make sure that you have the right team next to you helping you doing the transactions. But it is possible to be tax-free in different occasions when it comes to capital gains income, but it is taxed at a higher bracket. And remember, listen to the right people. Who are your mentors? Who are you listening to? What type of books are you reading? A lot of salespeople out there are making money through commissions and fees. You want to be attaching yourself with people that are making passive income. And that's why we are doing here, Master Investor. We're doing this to help you understand the new rules of money and tap into networks of people that are making millions of dollars and billions of dollars through controlling real assets, investing and controlling our finances. That's why we're opening the door for everybody to come in and begin to develop that investor inside of them to be a master investor, because we all have an investor inside of us. It is up to us how we turn that investor to be at the end of the game. At the end of the day, who is that investor? An average investor or a master investor? What did you do today regarding business and investing? What type of conversations did you have? Did you see any investments that you could potentially invest on? Did you get on a call with a like-minded person and mastermind a new business that you may be thinking of opening? Or did you work all day at a job and now you're tired by the end of the day and you're not investing into your financial education? You're just going to sleep and not doing anything that will help you build financial freedom and true wealth. Okay? And when we build the business or invest in any business, we were looking for intrinsic value, and as much we're looking for business integrity. That means that the business is whole. Okay, and I'm going to tell you the 5 different levels of investors, because that's what we talked about yesterday, just to piggyback on that. Investor level number 1 is novice. That's when we have no assets on our asset column, and we have probably liabilities, and our financial statement looks like that. Majority of people, when they start out, that's where they are. Okay, but as long as we know we are somewhere, then we can improve. Okay, investor level 2, saver. Most people are savers. They don't know how to make money work hard. They don't know how to invest, so they just save money in the bank, which they end up losing money. It's a liability because they can't keep up with inflation, and the banks are not paying high interest to have that money saved. We actually are using those savers' money. The master investors, we are raising the capital, so the bank lend us the money because they understand that we know how to operate that money. Saving is often a strategy for people who do not want to learn anything. It takes no financial intelligence to save. We can train a monkey to save money. The risk in saving is that we learn little about money and wealth. And if our savings are wiped out either by market decline or devaluation of the money supply, we went up without money and without education. Investor level 3, amateur. This level is like level 2, except that this level invests in riskier instruments such as stocks, bonds, mutual funds, insurance, and exchange-traded funds. Fake assets, because it's withdrawing money out of their bank account or their check every single month, and it's not putting anything back unless they sell eventually or they withdraw the money, and they'll pay high penalties if they don't wait until a certain period of time. So listen, they take no action into their financial freedom. They're giving their money away to somebody else, to their companies, and to fake assets, because it's not putting money into their pocket today. So it's not an asset, it's a liability. Remember, an asset puts money into our pocket when we're not working right now. Otherwise, it's not an asset, it's a liability. Be careful what we label liability or an asset. You got to know the difference. A lot of people are poor and they don't have money, or they have poor management skills when it comes to money, because they don't understand the difference between an asset and liability. They label something that is a liability an asset, and vice versa. And amateur investors are financially uneducated and look for people to tell them what to invest in. People in the E and S side of cash flow circle have been forced into the investing game without education because of changes in retirement plans. They have little interest in investing in their education so they can become better investors. They know little to nothing when it comes to finances, which means they must rely on the advice of other so-called experts. Stay away from that, because they're not even making money the way you want to make money. You got to invest in your financial education. So investor level 4 is the professional. Very few people invest the time to learn and manage their own money. But once we get to that point, we have become a professional investor. The key to success at level 4 is lifelong learning, great teachers, great coaches, and like-minded friends. Professional investors seek answers. They often ask questions like, what do you recommend we invest in? Do we think we should buy real estate. What stocks are good for me? We talked to our broker and he recommended we diversify. What do we think? Our parents gave us a few shares of stocks. Should we sell them? Rather than passively dump their money into a 401k or mutual funds, which are fake assets, professional investors interview several tax advisors, attorneys, stockbrokers, and real estate agents. That's why I encourage you to go to LoopNet and begin to talk to the representatives of those investments. Get the financial statements, download the business plans or the proposal that they have available for everyone to download, whoever is interested in that investment. And run fast from anyone who is selling investment advice and getting rich on commissions and fees alone. They look for investment advisors who make money investing in the same investments they are selling. Okay? Investor level number 5, that's what I said earlier, capitalist. That's the best level. We have to be a capitalist. It's all about here in the mindset. And we talked about solving problems. So this is what I have on the notes for a capitalist. Being a capitalist investor at level 5 is like being at the top of the world. The world is our oyster. The world has no borders. In this world of high-speed technology, it is easier than ever to be a capitalist in a world of plenty. Capitalist investors look for problems. They are looking for problems caused by those who get into financial trouble. Investors who are good at solving problems expect to make 25% plus to infinite return investment on our money. We have a strong financial foundation and possess the skills necessary to succeed as business owners and investors. We use those skills to solve problems caused by people who lack such skills. What type of investor do we want to be? That's the question. And I leave that to you, and I hope that you are choosing to be level 5, a capitalist who's solving and is always thinking of solving problems in the marketplace and knowing how to build a business or how to invest into a cash flow and asset that has a system of systems, because that is a sound business. It's a system of systems being complete, having financial integrity, meaning that it's profitable and it's expendable and it's protected because it has intrinsic value. It's a brand. It's a niche that is protected through a trademark. And then the 5 different categories of investors are, to wrap it up, okay, and then we're gonna go to our other platform. Make sure you download the ebook. Follow us on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. We are everywhere. Look for the logo. And remember the formula to velocity of cash flow. Number 1, acquire or invest into cash flow and asset. Number 2, recoup the initial capital invested back as soon as possible. Number 3, keep control over the asset and the debt. Number 4, move the cash flow generated from the asset into a new investment or asset that produces passive income or even capital gains income. And number 5, repeat the formula. And we want to diversify among the 5 different asset classes because that's how we hedge for inflation and protects ourselves from down economies. We don't predict the market because as a master investor, we know that the market goes up and down. We just want to be prepared with the right assets in place that are producing passive income even when everybody is panicking and the market is crashing. When everybody is panicking, we actually are looking for better opportunities because we will find amazing opportunities that cash flow tremendously when everybody's panicking and talking about it's not the right time to invest. Always, there's always a right time to invest. Every day, that's the time to invest. We have to train our minds to always look for opportunities because there are always opportunities to invest. There are always sound opportunities to invest in regardless of the market and the economy. Okay, so the cash flow circle, we talked about the 4 players on the cash flow circle. On the left side, we have the employee, the self-employed. They work for money. If they don't show up, they don't make money. On the right side, business owner and the inside investor, and that's how we make our wealth. Because the business owner, we control a system of systems that produces passive income for us, and then that money, of course, we need to move it into a new investment that will produce passive income, and that's what an inside investor does. We make money work hard for us. And then the categories of investors. Number 1, accredited investor. Number 2, qualified investor. Number 3, sophisticated investor. Number 4, ensign investor. Number 5, ultimate investor. We want to strive for ensign investor because the ultimate investor is the ensign investor, except that the ultimate investor has taken a company public. The 3 E's of a master investor: financial education, experience, and excess of cash flow. So these are from the chapters of our ebook, How to Build Cash Flow with the Internet. So you're going to enjoy the ebook a lot. Go get it. The 5 levels of investors are found on chapter 7. And the one that we just talked about our personal financial statement, is chapter 9. What is a personal financial statement? Learn how to read and create a personal financial statement to properly budget our finances, grow our cash flow. In fact, cash flow are the most important words in the business language. Cash flow are words we should keep close in our vocabulary from now on. The better we can control cash flow, then the wealthier we are. There are 6 basic words in the financial statement: income, expenses, assets, liabilities, cash, and flow. We have been conditioned to think that we need to be an accountant or have a finance degree to make heads or tails of simple financial statements, but that is simply not the case. We just need to start by understanding the basics of managing our money: income, expenses, assets, and liabilities, and which items get categorized under each. Hint: forget everything we have ever been taught before. If you've been taught the poor mindset, or the mindset of work hard for money, get a job, do things that you're not maybe like to do, right, for your entire life, to maybe retire at 65, and then what? And you have no money, barely have any money to even survive. That is not a plan to retire. It's a poor plan to retire. Why do we need to bother learning this? Because in the world of financial education, there are fundamental principles that are impossible to omit when we are talking about money and investing. Always begin with the personal financial statement. And that's what I was saying earlier on the live stream. The banks are going to want to see the financial statements of any investment or business that we bring to them. It is the only way they will ever give us money, will give us the loan that we're looking for, the finance that we're looking for, by giving them the financial statements, because it reveals the real story of that business or investment. A personal financial statement is a tool that provides a quick snapshot of our finances at a certain point in time. The document consists of 3 primary components. Number 1, income statement. Number 2, balance sheet. And number 3, statement of cash flow. For most people, those terms may be unfamiliar to most. That is fine. We will explain them in greater detail inside the ebook. However, if we are familiar with these documents, then we will quickly notice that the personal financial statement template shown below is not our traditional personal income statement. That is because we like to keep things simple but complete. How to read our financial statement. Okay? To properly fill out a personal financial statement, a small investment of time is required to understand the terminology. And that's what you have done in this video, so congratulations, okay? Go download our ebook and begin to understand the 3 different types of income that exist, which are ordinary or earned income. That's when you have a job and you earn a paycheck, or you have a salary. Number 2 type of income that exists in the world is capital gains income. That's when we buy something at a certain price and we sell it for a capital gain. Number 3 is passive income. That's when we control an asset that produces passive income, whether that asset was acquired through our own capital or using OPM, other people's money, the bank's money, or combining both. The more we raise capital, the less we'll pay taxes, because debt is tax-free. And of course, when we invest for passive income, where there is our own capital, then that's also tax-free, because we can minimize taxes through business expenses that are legal to take advantage when we are doing business properly and following the tax code and the laws. Always be ethical, have integrity, have clean hands, so that we can go to sleep and enjoy our freedom. We never want to jeopardize our freedom ever. That's what I have for you today. Thank you for listening on today's topic about money, business, and investing. We'll be here later on tomorrow. And Let me know if you have any questions. Reach out to our company if you need consultation. We can do that. Business plan, marketing plan, talk about how to incorporate, how to create a brand, think of names. You need to create a logo. We can help you with all of that. Reach out to us, info@masterinvestor.education, and one of our team members will get back to you and we get started on working to build that asset column with real assets that will produce passive income and capital gains income. Start taking control of your finances. Understand that today money is debt. It's created with debt. So that's why debt is tax-free. That's why we encourage everyone to become good debtors, because good debtors are wealthy and savers are losers in the new world of money. Bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. Stay great and wealthy. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.